Why is it that you're not accomplishing your goal? It's not because you're not a procrastinator or because you're like lazy. It's simply because of the belief about you that is sabotaging you from taking action. Hello, my name is Ali, an empowerment coach, and today I'll be talking to you more about your self-limiting beliefs and how they're affecting you in taking action to create different results in your life. When we go about our day, we have a certain routine, which we call them habits. Habits are an indicator of what are the results that we're going to create in our life. So for instance, you go to the gym every single morning, you drink 1 gallon of water, you eat pretty healthy. So you know for a fact that by taking those actions and having those habits, you're going to create a more healthy lifestyle. Your body will feel much better, you'll have more energy, you'll feel leaner, you will be more fit, right? Well, when sometimes we establish goals that are completely different from what we've been doing, for instance, you are not a person who goes to the gym or it's eating healthy, but you know that you need to do that and that you want to release a certain amount of weight, taking the actions I said before is going to completely take a different turn in your life. But at the same time, because you've never done it and you've never identified yourself as being someone that does that, that's why you sabotage yourself. So my mentor Bob Proctor always teaches us about the type C goal. What is that big goal that you're going to accomplish? But the thing with that is that when we are thinking about that big goal, we have to start making big changes to our life. Not to overwhelm you. It's just that we have to think of ourselves in a different light in order for us to get to that goal. But it's not because of the habits that we have to do. It's about seeing us as that person who is living that lifestyle that we already want. But because of our self-limiting beliefs, we don't see that person. So how do we identify our limiting beliefs? An exercise that I have my clients do is to identify what they do throughout their day. What are some of the habits they have? And identify whether they're productive or whether they're non-productive. And see from that exactly where you're getting distracted, where you're maybe sabotaging yourself in taking action and creating different results. How do these habits tell us about who we are? Well, think about it. If you're someone who starts getting distracted easily, you're not taking action towards your goal, is because there is something internal that is preventing you from doing the action. By getting distracted is easier than taking an action that may frighten you. So I'll share a personal story. Even doing this video, because it's not something that I'm used to doing. I'm not someone who creates videos consistently. It's taken me a while. And then I may sabotage myself from taking that action simply because it's not something that I'm used to doing. It's not something that I'm comfortable with. But how I shared in another video, I'm holding myself accountable in doing a video a day, because that's what I teach my clients to do, is to take that consistent action until it becomes part of you. But there are fears, which I've become aware of it. The reason why I started not taking action is because I was afraid of being seen. Because there is a little voice in my head that tells me that I'm not good in video, that I'm not an eloquent speaker, and that I have a hard time projecting energy. But in order for me to get through that fear is to telling myself, what would courage have me do? And what would courage have me do is to allow myself to be seen, is to allow myself to simply speak my words and not care so much about what is the response behind it. Well, I hope this motivates you anyway, but What I'm trying to tell you, or what I'm trying to educate you on, is the fact that you're not taking action on certain things is not because you're lazy or you're procrastinating. It's simply because there's a belief behind that scares you. Or there's a belief about you that will sabotage you. For instance, that you may not be good enough, or what if my family sees me, or what would others think of me? The idea with not feeling good enough, that's pretty common oftentimes, of one of the self-limiting beliefs, and that comes from the moment that you're a child. And if we start thinking about, what were the expectations from our parents, our teachers, our friends, and at some point in our time, someone said something about us that hurt us, and that is the reason why we start telling ourselves that we're not good enough. Then we start comparing ourselves to other people who have the success that we want, and then that we feel that imposter syndrome. So you have to really evaluate what is it that is preventing you from taking the action in order for you to create the results that you want. So an exercise that I will have you do in this video is start writing everything that you feel when you're going to take action. But first, we have to identify what is the routine that you have throughout the day, what are some of the productive activities that you do, and what are the non-productive. And when we start thinking about the non-productive, is how can you start using that time to start creating actions that will get you to your goal. When you think of the things that you must do, start thinking about what is it that has prevented me from taking that action before. And then once you identify, then it's easier for you to start working with that, to tell yourself, okay, I need to just simply get it done and just take action. So this next step is for you to start taking a hold, becoming more aware of that little voice in your head, and becoming more aware of your habits that may be also sabotaging you, but habits that are related to your fears. Anyway, I hope that this video will help you, and have an amazing night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.